Monkey. Monkey.
And
row.
I double looked because I was like, "What do you mean row?"
Well, I'm rowing a boat across the Atlantic Ocean.
The guy that played House?
Wait, the British dude?
He used to be rower big time. Look it up.
Yeah, well,
You would
No,
know
I know what
these
you're talking
random
about.
facts right after trivia night.
he did like collegiate rowing, I believe, like in a team. I'm rowing a boat across the Atlantic Ocean with 3 other guys. We're going to be the first All American, All United States Air Force veteran team to ever do this. It's about 3,000 miles, completely unsupported. So we take all of our food. We have a water maker. It's going to be completely fucking brutal. But we're doing it for a great cause. We're doing it to raise awareness for veterans suffering through any mental illness. It's all about mental health awareness for veterans. So 22 guys or gals take their own lives every day, and I'm done with that shit. So any way that I can be part of helping out with that cause, helping my brothers and sisters, it's what I'm trying to do. So if it takes some crazy shit like rowing a boat across the entire fucking ocean, bring it on. Let's go.
Right.
I tried to live a simple life, but I said yes to the craziest shit I've ever been given the opportunity to say yes to.
Well, that's how it is, man. You only got one life. You know what I mean?
Right. So
hey,
go do
Tammy.
the best shit you can do.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you Tammy. Hey, Tamara, welcome to the show. Hoping that you enjoy yourself tonight, man. It's been a while. That's one of our moderators. She was one of our very first supporting Buff Chubbians. She's donated.
Tamara, welcome to the shenanigans.
Yeah, she's donated a lot to the channel, and I really always give her a shout out. Always give her a shout out. Now, Tammy, just to let you know, tonight we're gonna start off with the podcast. We'll get into reactions maybe a little bit later, but I want to focus on trying to push podcasts on the channel and a couple of other things that's not just music reactions, because the music reactions has not been making any money for the channel. But also, I do got a question for you, Tammy. Do you put fries on your burger?
Ooh.
That's a question.
Damn right, suicide prevention is important.
Yeah, Tammy knows about that, and we do support that here on Buff Chub, like big time.
I know, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate the support in that. You know, takes a village.
No,
it takes all of us as humans looking out for each other, so humans stop hurting themselves.
Bring up your organization one more time.
Well, I'm rowing the ocean for and with Fight or Die. Or is OAR, like a boat oar. So Fight or Die is the organization giving me that opportunity. So I leave for that in 2022. So I have about 421 days, not that I'm counting, but that's a non-profit organization that I work for.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Warriors Next Adventure. That was started by a guy that I was deployed with back in 2008. We take veterans out to do whatever they want to do. If they just need somewhere to go, to do something, to get out of their house, get out of their couch, go do something, take their mind off the real world. So what I've been part of in that is taking veterans mountain climbing in Colorado.
And I mean, you were a soldier as well, Tommy. And how long did you serve?
I was in the Air Force from 2006 till 2010. I did my 4 years, started a family, and got out.
Yeah. But even then, man, that 4 years is 4 years. Like you got to think about how much of a big change you went from freshman year to senior year.
No shit. Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's when I try and put it into like perspective for people.
Yeah.
It's just like, think about all the stuff that happened to you from your freshman year to your senior year. That's a lot of shit.
Yeah, you grow and you change a lot as a person in every 4 years of your life. Now, if you're not a better person from, and I'm not just saying a different person, but a better person from being a 14-year-old freshman to an 18-year-old senior,
right?
You fucked up somewhere along the way. Now, I am a totally different person from when I was 27 to 33, you know? Life throws you...
It's expensive-ass food, and I was like, hell no.
But I know about the pumpkin patch food selection. What was the craziest thing you're like, that has to be awesome? If it were worth $28, I would have got it.
So, you know how they have the Grandma's Kitchen at Pumpkin Patch?
What do they have there?
So at the Grandma's Kitchen, it's like the only like actual restaurant that they have.
Okay.
You gotta walk in. They had this pork chop special with homemade red potato mashed potatoes and like this funnel cake that you got on the side. But the funnel cake was made out of biscuit mix.
Hold on. If a side of funnel cake is ever an option, go for it.
Yeah, see, it was too expensive though. But I'm sorry, Tammy.
You only live once. We've covered this already.
This is true. You only live once.
Would you like fries or funnel cake?
It was like a
I'll
biscuit.
take a funnel cake.
I just saw the picture. I didn't actually go get it because I was like $15.99. Eat a dick.
So if your side was funnel cake instead of French fries, would you still break off half of it to put it on top of your burger? Because it could be fucking delicious.
I was going to say, you got to see it through.
Yeah.
You got to see it through. I mean, okay, so the weirdest thing I tried today from our pumpkin patch was a habanero, mango, and pineapple cider.
Oh, shit. Was it like in a bottle?
No, it was draft. But here's the thing. It was delicious. But spicy than a motherfucker. I don't know why in my mind I didn't hear habanero. All I heard was mango, pineapple, something spicy. And it just did not register to me. I took a drink of it. I'm like, oh, this is delicious. You know that burn that you get when you drink some hard liquor? Yeah, it just stayed. It sat there in my esophagus. We walking around. My fat ass is huffing and puffing. And the harder that I'm breathing, the more the spice is coming up my throat. So after a while, I'm like, I ain't drinking no more of this shit.
It was a high of 64 and you're sweating your ass off.
Yeah, bro, I was hot. I was like, I know this ain't just me being fat, okay? Because I love this weather. This is my weather. When I tell you that, I just wasn't expecting it. And then I had the weirdest idea for like a mixture with this. I was like, you know what? A freezing cold cup of pickle juice would go hard with this.
A whole cup of pickle juice, though?
Are you kidding me?
No,
man. I'm from Omaha, Nebraska. We're at 84th and F skating rink. Anybody that watches this in the future from Omaha, 84th and F the skating rink. One thing you knew was legit. They froze their pickle juice and put a fucking popsicle stick in the middle of it. And I would buy that every fucking time. Every time.
Sickle?
A pickle sickle.
That sounds diabolical.
It was so good. It was so good. Because, do you remember a couple of years back?
Here?
Do you remember a couple years back when Sonic did their pickle slushy? Worst thing I ever tasted in my life. It tasted like sweet relish had been put in. No, dill pickles. If you're going to say a pickle slushy, I'm expecting this dill, this tart, sour taste.
I'm expecting you to not fucking buy it. That's what I'm expecting.
Oh, yeah.
Now, pickle juice is good, like if you're chasing a shot of Jameson. But just like with a straw, I'm good.
Now, apparently pickle juice is good for you.
That's fine. Apparently Jameson's not.
Oh.
That's why you balance it out
but
with the pickle
here's
juice.
the lie. They say tequila's good for you. But I fuck up relationships, friendships, myself every time I drink tequila.
See, it's good for you until it makes you a different person.
Big facts. Big facts.
Tequila's not good for decision making.
So,
for sure.
How often are you on TikTok?
Not
at all.
Not on purpose.
There was something that I saw today that I was like, "That's some shit Tommy would say." And it's funny that you ended up hitting me up tonight because, like, that was the first thing that came to my mind when I saw this TikTok. It was
shit, how good
this was the first thing that Tommy would say. So on TikTok right now, there's this trend where people are talking about like, what is a red flag? Like, if she just made a post 4 minutes ago, but you called her 6 minutes ago, and she acted like she didn't have her phone, that's a red flag.
Sure.
If they can go the whole day without talking to you, that's a red flag. This is a red flag. So I get to one of them, and it's like, oh, insert some toxic trait here, it's a red flag. And then one dude popped up, and he was like, for how all these women up on this timeline know all these red flags, y'all sure do be getting pregnant by ain't shit dudes. Like, you know what I mean? And I was like, damn. I paused for a minute. I was like, who the fuck does that sound like? Because you wouldn't even mean to hurt nobody's feelings.
No, I don't. Look,
you would never mean to hurt nobody's feelings.
I appreciate that because it's real. That's some truth spitting.
It's a fact. It's like, hey, just like the women. So this is one thing I'll never understand.
Feelings if I'm not lying.
This is one thing I'll never understand. I do not understand when women take advice from other women that are either not in a relationship or their relationship is doing way worse than yours. What the fuck? What causes you to be like, you know what? Out of all people to listen to, I'm gonna listen to the person that's ruining their own fucking life.
See me, I have been very happily married for over a decade at this
I was going to say, it's been over 10 years.
It'll be 12 years this December.
Congratulations.
And I, along the way there, have gained an education to know that I'm not going to sit here and talk about other people's relationships and the fluke that they might be experiencing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm blessed to have what I have.
But then there was another comment that 100% was like, yeah, that's toxic Tommy. That's toxic Tommy. When we used to get drunk at the underground after a fucking 14-hour shift, this is toxic Tommy.
People change every 4 years. We just covered that.
So-
and that was way longer than 4 years
So
ago.
the dude popped up, and it's this guy on TikTok that he literally just pops into the frame, says some off the wall shit, pops out the frame, and you just sit there thinking about what the fuck he just said.
But
And he
it
was
hits
like,
you.
all you women that be like, oh, my king, my king, my king. That's your fourth king this year. What you trying to do? He was like, what
What are
you
you
trying to
winning at
do? Get a
checkers?
royal flush? Like, what's happening? Like,
What are you playing checkers?
we're like, oh, this is my stars and the moon. You trying to create a planetarium? Because this is your 17th stars and moon this year. Oh, Tammy, you've been married for 26 years? That's what's up. Congratulations.
Time flies when you're having fun, right?
Me and my girl had a little struggle, man, but we came back strong, you know, every fucking time.
Struggles are like broken bones. They heal stronger.
My biggest problem is this. That's sweet that y'all best friends and soulmates. Me and my girlfriend, we're best friends, soulmates, but we're also each other's arch fucking enemy. Like, we are nemesis. We are nemesis. Is it nemesis? What is the plural of nemesis?
Nemesis?
I'm curious. I'm going to look it up real quick.
Nemesisin.
Plural of
know.
nemesis.
More than I don't think you're supposed to have a plural of nemesis.
I mean, but you know, hey, I got to overachieve sometimes. Nemesis.
Nemesis?
It's basically nemesis, but it's with an E. This is weird. Hold on, I gotta put this up on the screen because this is definitely going in the recording.
Nemesis.
Hold on 1 second. I gotta change this.
You can't fix that. That's just how I look, dude.
You fine, dude. I'm just now.
Things I'm not told on a daily
I'm
basis.
just now getting this shit to the point where like I can actually like have it see through, and it's nice.
There's fries on that.
There are fries on that. You should see her face. You should see her face. She is so disgusted.
She's like, oh,
But see,
my man got a burger. Well, he
she don't-
tweaked it a little bit.
she don't get it. I grew up in the hood, man. Like, you tried to make your food as good as you fucking could. You really did.
You were warned. Maybe you were
You-
warned.
okay, you
mid-bite,
need to stop.
but
You
were
need to
warned.
stop. It's just fries on a burger. It's just fries on a burger. Okay, seriously?
Are you?
Wow. Okay, so
Hey, but
this
honestly,
is the
that
plural
was delicious,
of nemesis.
wasn't it?
Look at it. Look at this is the
You know it was
plural of
good.
nemesis.
Nodding and shit.
The plural of
Nemesis.
nemesis is nemesis. No, it's nemesis.
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 I think they type
Nemesis.
it should be nemesis.
Nemesis.
It's probably nemesis. Don't they have it? Didn't they used to have it where you can like have the pronunciation?
Mhm.
Well, that's for people that can't read, like me. Can
Well, I
we
mean,
find that?
Hold on. I'm about to do
Pronounce-
pronunciation.
Pronounce nemesis.
Nemesis plural pronunciation. What we got?
God, this is why we have smartphones, because we're all dumbasses.
But I don't see anything that actually is from the Greek word. Okay, but where is the plural? Can you pronounce this, motherfucker? Hold
Hey,
on.
Google. Say nemesis.
And okay, so them showing me the pronunciation is showing me a weird ass E, a upside down E, and an upside down I. That's
that
still a
Greek?
fucking I. Yes, it is. It's Greek. So this gave me no information whatsoever.
All I know about Greek
Stop
is like
using Bing.
And-
John Stamos
And
is
Nova
sexy as fuck.
Rockefeller is live right now. So us women are black widows. We are eventually your demise. Ain't that the fucking truth?
Can be.
Did you know that I used to have good blood pressure until they're the worst? They're the absolute worst. Now you just did that, so I'm gonna have to black the screen
Before
out.
I tell you what my sign is, you know me well enough. You should know what I am. What do you think I am? Bet you're wrong. I don't fit my stereotype at all, ever.
I do. 2 or
You're
2.
probably like an Aquarius or Sagittarius or something.
Aquarius or Sagittarius. I'm neither of those.
I was gonna say I'm pretty
Aries?
sure.
Nope.
A
You don't
Pisces.
remember
There
when
it
this
is.
man's birthday is? I'm like,
It's always a Pisces.
That's why I didn't get my card.
When's your birthday?
February. Late February.
Late February.
Yeah.
Okay, because hers is March 3rd. So I'm like, okay.
I'm like, you don't know when
But I
Tanya's
was a
birthday
preemie,
is? Then
so
again, I have no
I showed
idea.
up when I was supposed to show up. Or before I was supposed to show up.
Oh, yeah.
The world
I
knew.
wanted to be a Pisces, just throw a fucking wrench into the
The world knew.
Mhm.
system.
We couldn't take no more Tauruses. Not at that time.
Is that what I would have been if I was
Yep.
born in like April?
Yep, because my daughter's a
Or
Taurus.
Oh,
AC and
she's an
Taurus.
Aries.
Oh, my bad. That's even worse. An Aries. I'm just saying.
You were in trouble. An Aries,
Aries
daughter?
An Aries daughter and a Pisces daughter, and then a Gemini wife. Yeah. Hold on. Let me cut the
That's
camera.
why you spend so much time in
Let me cut the camera on for y'all real quick so you can see my face. A Pisces daughter, a Aries daughter, and a Gemini wife. And the Aries daughter acts just like her mother. I am a Capricorn. I'm just going to pause there for a second so that can sink in.
Pause for effect.
I am a fucking Capricorn surrounded by a Pisces, a Aries, and a Gemini. And guess which one I get along the best with? The one that can't talk yet. That's right.
She was super happy to see me when I came here.
I'm a little bit concerned because I feel like she got a bit of a flirt thing going on. She flirts with everybody using those very what's the word I'm looking for? Expressive eyebrows. That's one thing I passed on to my children. Some really good fucking eyebrows. I did.
Oh shit.
Now, see, that's what you get for overachieving. Can you come grab it, please?
That's like not even overachieving. That's like
Overreaching?
not achieving at all.
You overreached. Haha.
You
Whatever.
can't bounce past that.
Uh-huh.
What?
He said you can't bounce past that.
It doesn't work like that. I've
She
tried.
don't watch basketball like that, so it just went straight
Neither
over
do
her
I,
head.
but I know the terminology. I know a lot about a little.
Just one more burger in there for you, by the way.
A little about a lot.
I never buy myself food. Not since we started dating. I always buy you food too. I ain't trying to die. Huh?
So it all goes in to the same place and comes out the same place.
I don't care what you say. Burgers
So
on
why would you not just combine it all together anyway?
fries on burgers are is
Because
fucking
I have
delicious.
very eclectic taste buds.
So do I. And they like fries and they like burgers. And I think I should combine those
Oh,
every opportunity that I'm given.
what's the most freakiest thing paranormal wise that's ever happened to you, Tommy?
To me,
Mm-hmm. Because I tried to ask them two that story last night. Her and
That
Sean.
wasn't that
So-
you asked us. It was what was the sexiest Halloween or
No, see, I started
That's
asking
totally
y'all.
different.
I started no, hold on. See, I can go back and prove it.
What do you want to know?
I can go back and prove it. I got that
Tommy,
shit on
what's the
video.
sexiest?
I started out and I said,
Tommy, what's the furthest you've ever gone with
listen
a ghost?
here, you fucking Gemini. I started out the conversation with talking about spooky shit. I was like, what's the weirdest thing y'all went through fucking paranormal wise? And you two started talking about some off the wall fucking Barrios bullshit. Because that's her and Sean, her and her brother, whenever they fucking get together, it don't matter what the fuck I'm talking about. They are not going to follow the subject. I could ask them about their family history, and these motherfuckers would get to talking about Cheetos and shit.
Don't put that on a cheeseburger.
That's how
Don't
little-
put Cheetos on a cheeseburger.
I've done
that's
it
too
before,
far.
and
That's
I
too
threw
far.
the fuck up. It was just too much.
Yeah, it's too far.
That's too much salt, too much cheese.
You went for the texture, but it was too much with that.
If you keep disrespectfully throwing them pickles with
Para-
that look on your face,
Paranormal though? What's the weirdest paranormal? Craziest paranormal thing I've ever had. So nothing. But I've tried.
you've tried?
Yeah, so I was living in this house on like 38th and Leavenworth.
Mhm.
Like, right, it was a big fucking house. And we found this creepy ass crawl space. Not quite the attic, right?
Tamara says she's seen a ghost and she's been haunted.
I wanted to see a ghost, and I hope I'm never haunted. That sounds terrifying.
Yeah.
Tamara, I hope that kind of worked out for you. I hope that did work out for you.
I mean, she's been through a lot. Tamara's one person that like I would love to get her.
I
on
believe in
here
the
through a
supernatural.
video chat.
I believe in the supernatural. I believe in the paranormal. I really do. And I tried to summon ghosts, and it didn't happen. But somebody freaked us out because, like I said, we were in a crawl space. So, like, the wall in front of us was actually, like, the other side of that was shingles, like the roof of the house, right?
Yeah.
Well, somebody found out that we were in there, and they went up on the roof and started banging on it and shit. Freaked us out. There might fecal matter.
And it's not from the ghost
in that
either.
crawl space.
And
Yeah,
if you find
it freaked me out. And that was the last time I went looking for ghosts or anything paranormal. I said,
well, that's when you play it off on the ghost. You'd be like, yeah, if you find something up there,
I'm gonna blame those
ghostly
assholes
fecal
that were
matter.
hanging out at my house trying to freak me out because they knew I was trying to do some weird shit.
You wanna talk about assholes? I am deathly afraid of ventriloquist dummies.
When they're being used or just chilling?
In general. Especially when they chilling.
Even like
especially when they chilling.
Even Peanut? You can't be afraid of Peanut. You're a grown-ass man.
So imagine you were in a room. Imagine you were in a room. There.
So Jeff's not there. Just Peanut.
No, just Peanut.
Okay.
You ain't gonna be a little bit freaked out?
I mean, I'm not gonna go near him.
Exactly. Exactly. See, people don't understand. Tommy look white. But here's the reality of the situation. My lovely girlfriend, Rockin' Rosie.
What color you are.
I'm looking at the camera, even though I know I got the camera off right now. My beautiful girlfriend is more than likely to die in a horror movie than my brother from another mother. Because he gonna look at me and I'm gonna look at him and he gonna be like, yeah, today ain't one of the days I wanna find out or see a ghost. I'm out with you. Which way we going? Like, I already know that shit gonna happen.
Yeah, no. I like I said, I believe in the paranormal. I believe in the supernatural. I think there's a realm beyond the one that we experience on a daily basis that can interact with us.
I mean, just the fact that our eyes can only see like what, not even a third of the full spectrum should say something. You know what I mean?
Well, I think it does say something.
You know, but not to people who also think that I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. Because I got a couple subs that are flat earthers. And these motherfuckers be trying their best
if you want to believe
get
in that,
me to believe that shit.
If you want to believe that the earth is flat, if you want to believe that the earth is flat, that is fine. Because I might believe in some shit. You're like, well, that's ludicrous and you're a fool. That's fine. We can agree to disagree. However, like I said, I will be rowing a boat 3,000 miles across the Atlantic Ocean. And part of that,
see some shit. Yeah.
Part of that is going to be going over a part of the ocean that, if flat Earth is correct, I won't make it past that. So please tune in, follow my race, follow my boat. If it gets to your dead point and I continue on, maybe have an open mind about whether it's a globe or a disc.
Or
change my mind that it's a fucking disc.
Automatinophobia?
I don't know.
Automatinophobia is the fear of ventriloquist dummies. Animatronic
Automonophobia?
creatures, wax statues, or anything that represents a being that appears to have feelings or perception.
I'm hooking on phonics.
You did just hook on phonics real quick. The podcast has now changed to Hooked on Phonics.
This is AP Lit. Welcome aboard.
Why is my privacy private?
That sounds like a very personal issue.
That would explain why nobody has been on here. No, it's public. Visibility's public.
Don't call.
Good Lord. Rose,
She's
can you
giving us
stop
some very
touching every chair that's by you?
What's going on?
So we had a situation yesterday, right? Where, I know we keep on getting off subject, but it's all right. We had a situation yesterday, right? Where I had set up everything. So is this delay? I don't want a slow mode. But no, I had set up everything, right? And everything was good to go. And I had the camera on a particular chair. Every other chair in the house was free. But that one chair, the one chair that Rose kept touching and putting her shit on, I didn't want her to touch. I don't know what's up with my girlfriend, but she says she don't be trying to piss me off, but sometimes I think she want to fight.
Opinion on that. But if we were going to be taking or placing bets on this,
yes.
told me about it.
It's fucking freaky.
Yeah.
You tell any black family anything paranormal, and they gonna be like, yeah, whatever, you need to pray. So my ass is sitting up there like, in the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesus. And my cousins locked me in a room, right? They told me, go get something from this room. We got flashlights in the room, go get it. So I go get it. I'm like 10 at the time, right? I'm 10.
They just locked you in this room or like
They are 15 and 16. I had gotten them in trouble because I wanted to go play with them. They was doing
They
backflips.
were giving you Jesus. They
They were
were
doing-
giving you revenge.
They were doing backflips. Yeah, they were giving me revenge. Basically, they showed me the wrath. But man, they were doing backflips in the vacant lot next to the house. They had this abandoned mattress, right? And like I wanted to do it, they was like, "No, you can't." And then when they finally let me, I hurt my neck. I started crying. They like, "Shh, you gotta be quiet." They got in trouble. You know, they got in trouble. Like what you want from me, man?
Yeah.
They got in trouble. So what ended up happening was they locked me in the room, and they proceeded to get a boombox and play 1, 2, Freddy's Coming for You against the door. And I'm sitting up there like, anybody's out there? There's somebody out there. I know there's somebody out there. They're dead fucking silent. I look in the room. It's a thunderstorm, by the way, because that's how we lost electricity. And my uncle's ventriloquist dummy is sitting there. Every time a flash of lightning happened, I swear that motherfucker's face changed. Or, you know, I mean, obviously it didn't really happen.
No.
I hope.
Well.
I'm just hoping I'm not. I hope. To this day, I'm like, nothing happened. That just was kid brain, because I don't want to fucking know.
That shit, right?
I don't want to fucking know, man. So I'm sitting up there. You would think like, oh, you know, okay, they're gonna get me back. Ha ha. Couple minutes, like a minute, 2 minutes. These motherfuckers left me in the room and then went downstairs to make sandwiches. When I tell you that my uncle came home and he went to go look for his ventriloquist dummy because he had a show he was gonna do that night. This motherfucker found me in the fetal position. I didn't cry to the point where like it's just I can't even imagine what I look. My eyes were swollen for like a day and a half after that. I had lost my voice. My hands had bruises on them and cuts on them because I had been banging on the door and trying to like rip the door open. I'm like 9, bruh. I'm like 9. And I'm not like a super strong 9-year-old. I'm 9 back in the day before they put steroids and everything.
So have you? I'm sorry.
When I tell you,
I'm sorry that happened to you.
when I tell you that my uncle beat them like they were grown ass men, because there's jokes and then there's traumatized.
So they got theirs, right?
My uncle don't even like me that much, but he stayed with me that whole fucking night and just kept on trying to show me how the dumb wrong fucking time. Like I had just been traumatized and he's just like, I'm gonna show you it ain't real because you ain't gonna be a pussy. It's him trying to show me love, but this is a man that has been to prison multiple fucking times. So his way of showing love is, you know, it's very fucking institutionalized.
Love
like,
and shock therapy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Fine
man.
line.
So hold on 1 second. So he's showing me this, and every time that I get to like my brain, I damn near had a mental break, dude. Like it was bad.
At 9.
Every fucking time that I like just started kind of like zoning out, like I don't want to think about life right now. None of this is real. I'm back home in Omaha, and my mom's about to come upstairs with some Mellow Yellow, because you know Mellow Yellow was the shit. No, it was Surge. I was like, my mom gonna come upstairs with Surge, and I'm gonna be fine, and it's all good. He was full fist closed, punching the dog shit out of, but never in the face. Never in the face.
Well, that leaves marks.
Beat the shit out of their ass. To this day, my cousins don't like to talk about it because as soon as I be like,
Well, yeah.
I have a fear of ventriloquist dummies, I just look at them and immediately like they're traumatized from them getting their ass whooped.
Sure.
I'm traumatized mentally. And I think that's when it started happening where I could fucking see shit I didn't want to fucking see.
Well, I mean, at 9 years old, getting locked in a room that you don't want to be in.
I couldn't even be satisfied with them getting their ass whooped until later on in life.
I'm laughing because you're even smiling when you're telling this story.
Well,
like,
yeah, because now
fucking
it's a fucked up
crazy.
story, but it's an entertaining story. Like,
Yeah,
it's something I can go to.
I think
Like
the shit that happens to us as a kid and you can still grow
Oh,
from
and
that.
Tammy, if you're
have to
still
be
here,
able to laugh
Rosie
at
says
stupid,
hi.
crazy shit.
Oh, definitely, man. I mean, shit. See, all of these fucking I need a safe space generation, I get the concept. I get the wellness behind it, but in all reality, there is no safe space in the real world. So
Facts.
why are you trying
Yes.
to convince people, well, we're going to make one? No, the fuck you're not.
You want to save space, buy a home.
Yeah, I mean,
Or
like,
rent. Do what you got to do.
And
Have
even-
your own place.
and even then, chances are your parents ain't going to give a shit what you say. Oh, you think that this is your shit, huh? All right. So you didn't spend the past fucking 18 years or so running up my fucking electric bill. Oh, so I can't come over? Try and tell your parents they can't come over.
I can ruffle feathers. I'm known to do that from time to time. So I believe that if you're safe mentally,
Yeah.
that's synonymous with
That was
being
the start
vulnerable.
of my mental fortitude training.
Vulnerable. There's nothing wrong with making yourself vulnerable as long as it's in the right way.
I feel like it's kind of hard for us that got raised like in the late 80s or even early 80s, 90s, early 2000s. I feel like it's kind of hard for us to like be vulnerable because back then
Well, yeah.
vulnerability was vulnerability. You don't show that to no one. Hell, you couldn't even tell your
Yeah,
parents
there's a stigma.
some shit. You know what I mean? Because they'd
Yeah.
end up being like toughen up. Like with my daughter now.
We didn't have the internet.
Oh yeah, and then we
So-
do have a whole generation of like ridiculous social and just
Yeah.
regular anxiety. Wonder where the fuck that came from. And no, they didn't have the internet.
I'll tell you where that came from. It came from the transition, and in my experiences, at least, where that comes from is I went from the transition of having a world without the internet. You don't have easy access to information
That's true.
at the touch of a button from the reach of your pocket. Like I have the entire Encyclopedia Britannica in my pocket at all times.
Yeah.
It's called Google.
Fuck you to all the math teachers that told us on every fucking test
You'll never
that you can't have a calculator because you never know. You might not have a calculator at the time. Well,
Yes,
guess
I will.
what? Guess
Yes,
what,
I do.
bitch?
And you know what? I've never used that calculator that I've had on me 24/7 for 15
And the light
plus
just
years.
went out because you know that's not freaky as fuck. Yeah, that's not my luck.
No, and neither one of us moved. Stop talking about ghosts and shit.
Oh, there ain't none in this house. They have no power here.
Yeah, that's fine, but I believe in signs.
No, here's the thing though,
I
man.
just disappeared on camera.
My auntie, hold on one second.
You didn't break shit.
No, hold on.
All right, but while you got me off topic, because that went out, it kind of freaked both of us out. Is everything okay over there? Hi, everybody. Here all by myself. Now I have a strobe effect. Am I moving in slow
you
motion?
literally have a strobe effect. Oh my god, hold on.
So meanwhile,
So meanwhile, back at the hero's lair.
the hero's lair.
Yeah, that probably is right. The
Hero.
villain's lair.
Who's he laying? Whoa!
What the fuck?
That's a real strobe effect. That fucked me up a little bit. Now,
Now-
don't touch it. Don't
Now I'm
touch it.
starting to wonder. Now I'm starting to wonder.
Don't talk about it.
Just cut it out.
One thing I've never
Stop it.
One thing I've never
Stop.
been worried about. I've never been worried about anything in my mom and dad's house. That's the house that I'm in. That's the house I grew up in. I've never worried about anything here because back in the day, my aunts and my mom was like super spiritual. When I tell you that my mom was like, I thought I heard something in the middle of the night. And then all three of her sisters came in town from Chicago and they proceeded to take holy water and put it on every fucking pillar, of this house, and then pray. It's like, bruh, if the devil himself tried, for real, like God probably chilled as like a rest stop in between here and our church. It was like, and you know, when you were kids, you don't really get it. They were speaking
sense
in
of a
tongues
safe
and
place.
shit. You know what speaking in tongues is?
Yeah, I actually just had a
No,
lengthy
not-
conversation about
not-
that last week.
Oh, did you?
No, actual
Oh, okay.
speaking in tongues. Yeah. Now that you mentioned that,
Well, it was like
I brought that up. Too.
my mom used to be like, when you get so close to God, you stop speaking in a language that you understand and only
Sure,
speaking
no.
a language that him and you
No,
understand.
that happens.
And it's like speaking
more
in
often
tongues.
than I was aware of. Freaked me out the first time I saw it and heard it.
Same. Same.
I think maybe everybody.
I think anybody that's been in church and seen somebody speaking, and honestly, if you've seen somebody speaking,
especially if you're not expecting
outside of a church and it's not like a Bible study or some stuff, you might want to just walk the other way
and call an ambulance.
Possibly, because they ain't speaking in tongues. They talking to their demons personally.
Yeah, that's manifestation of evil. Yeah. So we're on the same page.
Yeah, we on the same page. This all stemmed from me asking a paranormal incident that you went through.
And I shit in an attic.
Yes. You shit in the attic. I got traumatized by a ventriloquist dummy.
Tommy, what's your paranormal experience?
Yeah, good times.
Well, Sherman was involved.
I mean, does it count if the bear on the thing talked to me?
No.
You really fucked up this time. It ain't gonna be just 1 or 2 sheets. I need you to take this whole roll.
That's fine. Can we include ice cubes? Because those jalapenos got me.
Bruh. Oh, again, jalapeno mango pineapple cider.
You said it was
habanero. Habanero, yeah. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I have
You were thinking
no
pineapple
idea
and booze.
Well, I had pineapple before that. They had like pineapple love potion, they called it. It was so fucking good. And then it was like, okay, you know what? I'm part Puerto Rican. I ain't no bitch. Man, I'm past 30.
That part stayed home.
I'm past 30 and I may not be a bitch myself, but my taste buds, on the other hand, they reminded me today, you 30, nigga. Like
spicy fucks with you?
It don't fuck with me, but it stays. It stays. The heartburn I get from spicy shit.
Have you heard of that one chip challenge?
Never. I got a bad heart.
No, you've heard of it.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I never would do it though.
So I have one. I had to buy one.
You had to buy one?
Well, you have to. Yeah, we live in a capitalist nation. And I wanted one, so I paid somebody and they sent it to me.
Okay.
So now you mentioned TikTok and I'm not on that.
Mm-hmm.
I tried it. Yeah, so I'm not on there.
The day that your wife stops,
there was a fundraiser happening.
She's gonna blow up on TikTok.
And when we get to $2,000, for $2,000, me and my teammate Chad are both gonna do the 1 chip challenge. And I'm gonna try it without leaving my seat.
See you in a second, Robin. You gonna try it without leaving your seat? So
Yeah.
I don't know if that'll be hard.
I want to sweat. It's gonna hurt.
I don't know if it'll be hard to not leave your seat. It's more about like I would challenge somebody. Do you remember the Warheads back in the day? Yeah. I would challenge somebody to do the Warheads and keep a straight face. I'd say the same thing with the 1 chip challenge. How long can you maintain a straight face while your insides turn to fucking lava?
And it's not just your insides of that thing. Like your whole, it's
your
apparently
nose,
like
you would have to blow your nose. Oh, really?
Like your whole sinuses just open up and you just mucus, everything.
Pepper spray.
Now I like
sucks.
and I enjoy really spicy food. Ghost peppers are like an appetizer for me. But this is like the Carolina
like spicy
Reaper
food
chip.
too. I wasn't expecting it. I really wasn't. I was not expecting it at all. Like it hit me. I tasted it. It was like the first taste. It was like, ooh, it's got like a spicy ass.
Do I swallow it and let it go all the way through, or do I swallow it to complete the challenge and then throw it back up so it doesn't go out?
So from what I've heard from people who've done spicy challenges,
and I'm looking for information here,
they said, whatever you do, do not throw up, because now you have not only once it's passed through your mouth, but now the second time that it's passed through your mouth, it's also stomach acid coming up with it.
So just let everything get a taste of it once, all the way in and all the way through.
And deal with it as much as best you can.
Instead of double stamping the esophagus.
Now, another thing somebody said, they said have pastries. They said pastries.
I love pastries.
They said pastries work really good to kind of subdue the heat because of like the cream that goes into like frosting.
So a 1 chip and 7 turnovers challenge.
You definitely throwing up if you try and do 7 after that.
Watch me.
Yeah, it was Gordon Ramsay said that the pastries work.
On the hot ones?
Yeah, on the hot ones, yeah.
I tried the bomb. I've eaten that one.
I think it's good. It's delicious to me.
I wasn't ready for it. I wasn't told, hey, this is gonna blow your fucking mind.
I grew up with my dad.
I was at work. I was bartending.
Oh, yeah?
Somebody was like, hey, man, I got this hot sauce. I was like, well, how hot is it? He's like, it's kind of hot.
It's kind of
So
hot.
I poured a bunch on a fry, and I looked at him. He was like, whoa. And I said, oh shit, it's that hot? He goes, yeah, that's a lot, man. And I was like, I ain't no bitch. And I ate the whole thing. I found out maybe I was a little bit more of a bitch than I thought I was.
Here's the thing, man.
That shit had my face entirely numb from my eyeballs down. I couldn't feel that shit. And like I said, I was working, I was bartending. At that point, like a 10 top, an 8 top, and a 4 top all walked in at the same time. I knew I was in trouble. Sweating, couldn't talk to nobody. I looked a fucking mess. I was hurting. Man, everybody was ordering food. I had to go back to the kitchen, cuss those guys out, and get back to work. It was terrible. And now I want to do the hottest fucking chip in the world just because somebody said, hey, you won't.
Do you want to?
I really don't want to, but I have to do it now.
At this point, yeah. That's part of that masculinity.
I've committed to it. I've committed I have to do it.
So what I'm imagining right now, what I'm looking up right now that y'all can't see is I'm looking up the idea of lava versus shit. And that's what I'm thinking about our insides going through when we do these hot challenges. Like
that image right there is mortifying.
Yeah.
Because it's looking down into a kiln, like a furnace where they're making lava in a backyard, it looks like.
Imagine if you dropped your camera, but you just couldn't get the footage. You'd be sitting there like,
imagine
this could
you
make me so
swallowed your
much
camera
money.
and it's following that out. That's what I imagined when I saw that.
And then you see the heat. You see the heat.
Yeah. You're just a glowing tunnel from the inside out.
Wait a minute. I need to show y'all what we looking at because
it's disturbing.
He just made a hell of a point. Put you guys like, over here.
Once you eat a pepper like that and you swallow a GoPro, this is what your GoPro is going to see.
This is what we're looking at currently.
Yeah, that.
And just
into a toilet.
Yeah, so that's the camera going down your throat, and your stomach is now the kiln, and you're watching everything fucking burn. Like,
yeah, that's how spicy.
There that you're doing it at your own risk so they can cover themselves. Also, people do dumb shit to be famous.
This chip and its packaging has more warnings and disclaimers.
Is it? If I'm
than
not
a pack of fucking cigarettes.
If I'm not mistaken, isn't the fucking packaging a coffin?
Yeah. With a little pop-up Reaper on the inside of it when you open it.
Leave it to us fucking Americans to look at something packaged in a fucking coffin with a Reaper that pops out right when you open the bitch and be like, yep, I'm gonna do this shit on Tuesday. Like,
who wants to watch me do this stupid shit?
USA is the best at some things. I will say we some fucking crazy.
Sometimes we're the best at being the worst. Do you still count that as an accomplishment?
I do.
I do too, because goddamn it, God bless America.
Mm-hmm. Smoke them if you got them. If we're gonna do a smoke them if you got them with tobacco, by the way. Camera is gonna go off, but you got some ideas of something that you wanna check out, Robin? The channel, I've been doing the best that I can with the channel, but with us doing mostly reaction vids, it's like the money's been going to the fucking corporations and not to me. So like right now, I'm trying to save the channel with donations. Hopefully I'm gonna go live every day this week. If you could share it for me, I'd appreciate it. I'm just trying to make $100 this week. Like out of 7 days, if I can make anywhere between $15 and $18 a day. Right now, I'm at day 2. I've made 0. But I'm just trying to make up to 100 because then YouTube would be like, okay, you made enough money within the past 30 days. Yeah, we'll go ahead and keep your YouTube program, your partnership. And right now, they're like, yeah, you've made about $200 in the past 6 months. So,
you know what? YouTube has standards, and I think you're going to surpass those standards. You don't ever have to have faith in YouTube. Have faith in the people that are watching.
Yeah, I got faith in my fans. I just feel bad, man, because I really don't like to ask for donations. But that's why I need to start. That's why I need to start doing stuff like this podcast and stuff, because this brings in possible monetization for these videos. That it's all monetization, and all the money that I make from the donations. Anybody watching this in the future, all the money that I make from the donations, it all goes directly back to the channel. It ain't like I'm taking the money that I make and I'm going to go buy me a double cheeseburger or nothing.
But if you did, you'd put fries on
unless
it.
I'm going to do a mukbang with just a bunch of burgers and fries, and that's going to the channel. You know what I mean?
And I think, you're being open and honest. That's fucking awesome. And you're
Always
showing,
trying to be
I want to
open
do
and
this
honest
fucking
with that.
podcast, whether I'm getting paid by YouTube or not.
Yeah, and
This
it's
is what
like
I
I'm
love
not
to do.
I'm not gonna stop.
You're being-
You know what I mean?
yeah.
I'm just trying to save the
found what
channel
you like
right.
to do.
I'm trying to
Do it.
save the channel right now as far as like, keeping my monetization, because that was a whole process. People think like,
Yeah.
oh, you get on YouTube, you're gonna go viral. I am a black chubby man with a beard. There are so many of us on fucking YouTube. And here's the crazy part that I don't understand.
I'm a skinny white dude. I bet there's more of me on
So,
YouTube.
so hear me out. You ain't on TikTok that much, right? It is so
No.
easy for a teenager in a bikini doing some dance to go viral over a grown woman in a bikini, because TikTok blocks they shit and says, "Oh, this is a you're
That's
not following
fucking troubling.
guidelines." So it's to me, I don't know what's going on with this world. I'm fine with the
Not
fact that I
convincing
ain't
me to
blew
ever
up
get
right
on
away.
TikTok.
Well, I'm fine with the fact that I ain't never blew up right away. What I'm worried about is that this society is trying to put kids at the forefront in a time right now where we gotta worry about some people trying to say pedophilia is a sexuality. You got me fucked.
There's
Don't
people
ever say that
defending
shit.
There's
Yes,
people
there's
defending
people that actually
pedophiles?
do. There's a fucking flag for it, bro. There's a fuck, and you know me and you, we the type that's like, oh,
What?
oh, for
This
real?
is news to me.
is that what you're into? Okay, where you live at? Shh. Where you live
Go
at?
ahead and tell me what this flag looks like. So if I see it, I can
I'll
recognize
look it.
it.
I'll look it up right now,
There's
man.
a
And
flag.
I don't like looking up this type of shit.
Like
But yeah, there's a
pedo pride?
flag.
Are you fucking kidding me? Don't
me
type
see.
in pedo pride flag.
I was about to.
Better go incognito before you type in some shit like that. There's a fucking flag supporting this. Wow. You know what? Normally I would say to each their own, but they're a special kind of breed of fucking.
So
That's evil.
so here, this is the
You're
flag right
hurting
there, right?
children.
So apparently there was a
I know I don't
pride.
judge, but I judge the fuck out of people like that.
Well,
And there's a flag. That little
There
pastel.
is a flag.
That little pastel.
That little
image right
pastel was it. So
Alright.
I'm not gonna put it up on my screen because fuck that shit.
there.
But
Oh yeah.
But honestly, dude, at a pride parade, I think it was in like, it wasn't in Houston, but it was close to Texas. It wasn't Texas, but it was close to Texas. It was like New Mexico or something. And somebody was doing that flag, and apparently a group of people saw it, and they were like, "What does that flag stand for?" And the person started acting all funny. And so somebody looked it up on their phone real quick, and they beat the shit out of this person. And in my opinion, I'm normally not for that. I'm normally not for that.
Violence can be the answer. I'll say it out loud.
That shit, yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Can be. Doesn't have to be.
It
all
doesn't
the time.
have to be, and it's not going to be all the time.
Most
but
of the time, it shouldn't. Even be
in
an
that
option.
particular case, I support that shit.
Justified.
I'm just saying. Hey, here's the thing. It's a free country. I'm allowed to talk about whatever I want to. If you support freedom of speech, but then try and tell me to shut up because you don't like what I said, you don't really support freedom of speech.
I don't advocate violence towards anyone, but I do believe
Except for that
there-
situation.
there are
and
certain lifestyles that you might want to live that you will get the shit kicked out of you at best.
I don't care
it's
what
justified.
anybody says. That shit is exactly justified.
Anything that involves children. Fuck you.
Save our kids, exactly. Save our kids. You got the whole game fucked up. I feel like that's something.
I think there's a lot of things in this country right now. A lot of things and a lot.
I
of
might get my whole
distractions.
channel blocked for saying this, right?
Bring it on. I got your back because I agree with what you're about to say. Probably.
I might get my whole channel blocked because of this, but I believe
Save the YouTube.
that
but
if
here
there
we
was
go.
if there was a law that said that you could hunt these motherfuckers,
protection, like immunity.
immunity,
Okay.
I believe that could end racism.
Okay. So since we're on the line of we don't give a fuck what we're about to say.
Oh, wait a minute. I still gotta save my channel somewhat. I mean, that's the whole point of tonight.
Make that a recreational sport.
Could you? We not, and honestly, you know what the crazy?
You have to get permits.
You know how
you have to get like how
people,
many do you get to tag in a season?
You know that there be people that have
damn near purge.
There be people that have conversations like that, and it's like it's so like evil where it's like they going to hell. We might have just bought our way into heaven just now with this idea. Like it's a possible like the Lord looking down like my niggas.
I mean, we're not the only ones with that idea, and
oh yeah,
you can hate me for saying that, like the R. Kelly shit.
We gonna get,
but it goes even beyond that. It's like there's a whole new stage to that. That's like grooming.
I don't get how
and then
people
all
can...
of that. It's so fucking disturbing, to be honest. And it just makes me angry.
Somebody said something to me with R. Kelly.
I believe if this world could have superheroes would use their superpowers to go after supervillains, and today's supervillains are the ones that are affecting kids like that.
Exactly.
If your target is a weak, helpless, innocent child.
Oh my God, we need to stop talking about this. But before we stop talking about this, in the sense of R. Kelly, right?
You're gonna be all fired up here, man.
Somebody told me something. I think it was Rose's brother said something yesterday. Because at first I was like, well,
don't do it.
Fuck what he did. But I was also like, because somebody was like, I'm still gonna play his music. I was like, if it comes up and it's a song that I like, cool. And then he said one sentence that changed my idea on that entirely. And now I'm like, fuck R. Kelly and fuck R. Kelly's music. I'm not gonna bump that shit. He was like, think about it. R. Kelly did a lot of sex shit, right? He did a lot of sex songs. His songs was about sex. So the homeboy was like, in my mind, he was talking to a little kid when he did that. And that changed every perception that I had of all of the songs. And it went from being like, yeah, okay, well, I mean, I still bump this to,
Yeah, when he wrote that, who was he thinking about? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Bad things.
And that's
the
type of shit. That's the type of shit that I feel like those are conversations people don't want to have, but people need to have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's the truth.
Well, that takes me back to the point I was making. There's a lot of divisive, however you want to say it, things that are going on in the world we live in. But I think one thing that can unify a lot of people is that common hate, that common enemy.
Yeah, you can come over to my, what's wrong?
You just missed my whole point. I thought I made a good point. And like, Mara, if you're still listening,
yeah, I'll text it to you right now.
I think I just made a great point. And his phone rang.
Where are you at?
I think I nailed it. I don't care where they're at. Where they at? Now I'm curious.
Okay, give me a minute. I'm gonna call you right back.
It's about to go down.
All right, y'all. I'm sorry, man. This was a weird way to end the podcast, but I just had a friend hit me up, and they don't feel safe in the situation that they're in. So I love y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and call it right here. I might hop back on later on tonight. I'm 100% hopping on tomorrow, and it's gonna be for a lot longer. If you watch this in the future, hashtag save Buff Chub. Any donation helps. Any support helps. You know what I mean? I love y'all.